Hello, this is John Dennison from the World Rugby Memorial Project in France. Today we were due to attend the Army-Navy game at Twickenham and watch the climax of this year's Inter-Services Championship. On behalf of the World Rugby Memorial Project, I would like to thank the Army-Navy Committee for their kind invitation to be part of their occasion as we turn our thoughts to VE Day and the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II in Europe. Joining me in this presentation will be Chris Shaw, the chairman of the Shorncliffe Trust. And today we will light two of our Flame of Remembrance lanterns named Tommy and Jack as a commemoration to the Army-Navy game. Unfortunately, due to the current situation around COVID-19, the game has been cancelled, and we have created this presentation as an alternative to keep this year's game alive. The World Rugby Memorial Project was launched in 2013, based in Lyon, France, and our first event took place in September 2014, where we created the Rugby Players' Trench, marking the centenary of the deaths of Ronnie Simpson, who played for London Scottish, Blackheath and Scotland, and also Charles Edward Wilson, a player from Blackheath, the Barbarians and England, who were killed on the Chemin Dam, and they were the first British internationals lost in the World Wars. Since then, we have organised further tributes, marking the World War I centenary timeline, including the unveil of the World Rugby Memorial on September the 16th, 2017 at Ulch-la-Vallée-Foulon, in the hearts of the N Department and the battlefields of the Chemin Dam. Our events concluded with the Armistice Rugby Centenary tribute in Compiègne on November the 11th, 2018, and more recently we have turned our attentions to the events of World War II. The World Rugby Memorial Project is also about research and education, where we are creating a database of names of rugby players lost in the two world wars from around the world. If you have details of rugby players and want to know how to contribute towards the project, then please contact rugbymemorial@gmail.com. Over the years, we have worked with our friends in the UK military who have attended and supported our events. Next week, they were due to be part of the special VE 75 commemorations in Calais and Dunkirk. They were also going to attend ceremonies at Ashford War Memorial and Dover Castle in Kent, along with further ceremonies in Esquelbec and Dunkirk, here in France. We were looking forward to receiving the Army Masters 15 and UCAF Under-23s, along with other military and civilian teams from the UK, France, Belgium, Holland and Germany, with all the teams playing commemorative matches in Calais. We will, however, rearrange this event at the earliest convenient date. I would like to thank friends and colleagues who have given their time in the making of this presentation. So now, on behalf of you all, Chris will light the lanterns as a mark of respect, and we hope that the flame of remembrance will shine on all those no longer with us who made the ultimate sacrifice.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Shaw. I'm the chairman of the Shorncliffe Trust. On Saturday, 2nd of May, we were meant to be with you at Twickenham. We were asked to join you as guests of John Dennison and the World Rugby Memorial Project, and he asked us to bring our lanterns to Twickenham and have them paraded and lit in the centre on behalf of you. The Shorncliffe Trust is a military heritage and education charity set up down in Folkestone by Shorncliffe Camp. Shorncliffe was set up in the 1800s to become the home of the light infantry, and then over years became the home to army education and the junior leaders. Nowadays it is home to the Royal Gurkha Rifles. The Shorncliffe Trust's main aim is to save the heritage that is still on the ground but is under threat by developers. We also have an education arm, and also we have a special projects arm that helps support commemorative events in the UK and across the world. One of the projects that we started was called Light in the Darkest Hour in 2014. That was to recognise the fallen of World War I who are buried at Shorncliffe, and we felt were not given the recognition they deserved. So on that day in August, we decided to light a lantern and place it by the headstone of all the First World War soldiers. It was so popular with the locals and the local community that we repeated that for Psalm 100, Vimy 100, because Shorncliffe during World War I was home to the Canadian Army, and also projects like the Unremembered. In 2014 we held a special Light in the Darkest Hour, and the Trust commissioned a special lantern to be lit on that day. And that is the lantern on the right. He represents all the army personnel who are buried at Shorncliffe, as well as the ones who left Shorncliffe never return. His name is Tommy, and he represents all those who served in the army, not only in World War I, but in conflicts since that day. Well, John invited us to bring Tommy to the Army and Navy game this year. Well, the Trust thought it was only fitting that it was right to commission a new lantern that we were going to light on the day, and that is the lantern on the right. Its name is Jack, and in the centre you can see there is a Royal Navy button, and it represents all the fallen of the Royal Navy, as well as those who serve today. Shorncliffe Cemetery is unique. It is still an active cemetery, and we have almost every regiment and every service represented there. Not only British regiments, but Commonwealth as well. So 2020 was going to be part of the World Rugby Memorial Project that was going to see us, as John said, bring Tommy to Twickenham, light the new lantern Jack and dedicate it to the Royal Navy, as well as carry these two lanterns lit all the way to France. Sadly, that cannot be done. But these two lanterns have been lit today and will burn for the whole of Saturday the 2nd to mark the Army-Navy game, to mark those who have fallen, as well as those who serve today. We light them on behalf of their friends and family, and we hope we all see you soon in November. Thank you.
thy choicest gifts in store on her be pleased to pour. Long may she